dear students. I hope you are safe at home and studying the materials which we are providing to you. Today we will be starting with the new chapter, that is chapter number 9, Forest and Wildlife Resources. We have seen in chapter number 8 about the natural resources. This is like further now we will be looking for the forest and wildlife resources. You all are aware about the meaning of the term natural resources. We know that human needs is unlimited, and to fulfill our needs, the resources which is being provided to us, it is limited. Okay, let us move further with the chapter about forest and wildlife resources. It says the progress and development of man is dependent on resources. We have seen in the natural resources that we are totally dependent on the resources, but we also have in the mindset that to fulfill our needs, to fulfill our demands, the resources are very scarce. The resources are in limited quantity. So we should utilize resources in a judicious ways. So here, if the progress and the development of man is to be carried forward, then it is totally dependent on the resources. The forests are considered to be very important resources. Yes. Forest is considered to be very important resources for human being, for mankind. Why? Because we get the raw materials from the forest. If there would be no forest, then we would not have been getting the resources from the forest. A general meaning of forest is the accumulation of trees, scrubs or heaps of grass. This is the meaning they have given. Like in general, if we consider the meaning of the forest, it is the accumulation of the trees, scrubs or heaps of grass. What is the meaning of the heaps of grass? It means a large amount or a number of. So it is saying a heaps of grass means we are dependent or we get in more of the quantity in terms of grass or in terms of trees, scrubs from the forest. In natural vegetation, only that vegetation is included which can be raised naturally without the help of man. This is called the natural vegetation or the virgin vegetation. In other terms, if we quote the meaning of the term natural vegetation, it means the vegetation which grows naturally without the help of man is known as the natural vegetation. There is no need for the help of the man. The vegetation which is not grown by the man, which is grown naturally, okay, which is grown by its own, that is being termed as the natural resources or the natural vegetation. Let us come once again. The vegetation which grows naturally without the help of a man. Here it says without the help of a man, it means it is being growing naturally. This is known as the term natural vegetation. In India, it is available only in Himalayas, Sundarban and remote areas of Thar desert. What is available? We are talking about the natural vegetation. So in India, कहाँ पे available है? कहाँ पे देखने को मिलता है? So now such vegetation in India is available only in Himalayas, Sundarban and remote areas of Thar desert. So these are the three main places in India where we get the natural vegetation. We know that Himalayas, it is situated on a higher altitude. It is very far on the upper side of from the ground level or from the zero level. So still we get the natural vegetations to over there, to the Sundarbans and to the some places of the forest into the Thar desert. Now let us move further with the next topic as classification of forest. How are the forests being classified? Forest classification is made according to different criteria. We have studied the classification of forest on the basis of climate in standard 9. So into the previous section, you might have studied about the classification of forest on the basis of climate. Forests have been classified on the basis of climate which we have overcome in grade 9. We will know about three types of forest on the basis of administration, ownership and management. So classification of forest, three types of forest. It's been classified. First is on the basis of administration, ownership and management. We know that administration, it means who is taking care of the particular forest, that the forest is being administrated by whom or by which people. Second is ownership, who are the owners of the particular forest. And the third is management, which are the people involved in the management of or taking care of the forest. So once again, classification of forest is basically on the three types, that is administration, ownership and management. Types of forest according to administration. So first of all, we will be looking up about the forest in terms of administrations. What are the types of forest according to administrations? So it says there are three types of forest according to administration. First is the reserve forest, second is the protected forest, and third is unclassified forest. So let us see what is coming to the reserve forest. Such forests are under the control of government directly. See, reserve forest. So the word reserve, it should resemble in your mind कि reserve word आता है तो कहीं ना कोई प्रकार में reserve होता है. As we know, if you go for the taking of admissions in some of the schools or the colleges, we know that some of the seats are being reserved for some of the people. So reserved मतलब कुछ criteria ऐसा होता है that has been reserved. So here it says such forests are under the control of the government directly. So in the reserve forest, government is being involved more. They are taking care of the reserve forest directly. There is restrictions on lumbering. मतलब government has made the restrictions on cutting down of the trees because this reserve forest is directly taken care by the government. So the government does not give permission to cut down the trees. Collection of woods or pasturing. Collection of woods. If the wood is also being there found into the reserve forest, still government does not give permission to the people to carry out the woods or the pasturing. What is the meaning of the term pasturing? Pasturing. The meaning of the term is animals to graze in a pasture. मतलब जहाँ पे this reserve forest means the government is not allowing the shepherds or to the people to take their animals into that particular area or into the reserve forest for grazing. Next is the protected forest. These forests are looked by the administrations. Local people are permitted to collect the woods and to graze their animals without causing any harms to the trees. So protected forest. In the protected forest, it says it has been looked by the administrations. So there are some of the people who are taking care. Okay, there might be made people into the terms of administrations, or there are some of the peoples being considered over there for taking care of the protected forest. And over here, it is been said that local peoples are given the permission to collect the woods. They are given the permission to take the woods from the forest and to graze their animals. The people who are staying near to the protected forest, they can come with their animals, they can graze their animals in the protected forest, but there is a condition, that is without causing any harm to the forest. And the last one is unclassified forest. See, unclassified. The word unclassified itself says that still it is not being classified. So these forests are still not classified. There is no restrictions on tree felling or animal grazing. तो unclassified में कोई भी प्रकार का restrictions नहीं है, either tree felling or grazing. So people can easily come. Those who want to carry on the woods from this forest, they can easily take the woods from the forest. The people are able to, the people who are staying nearby area, the shepherds or the poor people, they can come along with their animals for grazing also. So we have seen that there are types of forests according to the administrations. We have seen three types of forests. One is the reserve forest, second is the protected forest, third is the unclassified forest. Reserve forest is directly come under the government. Protected forests are being taken care by the administrations. Unclassified forests, still there is no classification. In the reserve forest, people are not allowed to cut down the trees, or they are not giving the permission either for taking the woods or for animal grazing. In protected forest, yes, people are being given the permission to take on the woods, to carry the woods from the forest. They have been given the permission for animal pasturing. And in unclassified forest, as the word itself says, still it is not classified. So there is no restrictions on tree felling or animal grazing. Okay, students, let us move further. Classification of forest according to ownership, administration and management. The forests of India are classified in three types on the basis of ownership, management and administration aspects. The first one is state forest. Central or state government control such forest. Most of the forests of country fall under this category. So the state forest, as itself says, it is being controlled by the central or the state government and control such forest. So central, we know that either it's directly from the Delhi or the state, whichever the state is having the forest area or the forest boundary, they are taking care of the forest. Next is the communal forest, or in bracket is community forest. Local self-government institutions such as Gram Panchayat, municipalities, corporations, district panchayat have control over such forests. So communal forest, it says, see, in mostly if you look it out into the villages area, if they are having the more of the space into the village area which is being not utilized, so what happens, the Gram Panchayat, they have the word into the taluka level or the district level for utilizing that barren land. जो कोई काम में लैंड आता नहीं है तो वो लोग क्या करते हैं, they go to the higher authorities either into the taluka level or the district level, the sarpanch or the people who are into the Gram Panchayat, the people who are into the forefront. So they talk with these people into the taluka level for planting of the trees and taking that particular land as into the plantation of the trees. So what happens, when as and when they get the permission, this area has been taken care by the Gram Panchayat for upbringing of the trees, taking care of the trees. They do not allow people to go into that area for grazing or cutting down the trees. They make the boundaries in such a way that even they put a board that people are not prohibited in going to that area. So as these trees are being grown up, then they are the forest departments, they come and they take further on, they take care of that particular area into the villages which to the such land which that land is being not used for further use. Next is the private forest. Such forest is owned by individuals. Such forests are found more in Odisha, Meghalaya, Punjab and Himachal Pradesh. Some of these forests are in herbicide conditions or some of them are totally barren. So private, as the private self has been saying that either it is being individual, okay, so these forests are being owned by the individual or they have been taken care by the individuals. It is being found into the more parts of Odisha, Meghalaya, Punjab and Himachal Pradesh. It says like some forests are barren or in a herbicide condition. So the spelling HAPAZARD. Herbicide means lacking any obvious principle or organizations, means in a zigzag way or idhar se udhar, जहाँ मतलब it's in a scattered way. Herbicide मतलब in a scattered way, or barren मतलब infertile or the land which is too poor to produce. So classification of forests according to ownership, management and administration. There are three forests: state forest, communal forest and private forest. So up till now we have seen what is the meaning of the term natural vegetations. Then we have seen the classification forest. It says like it is being classified in terms of administration, management and ownership. Then we have seen the types of forest according to administrations. So there are reserve forest, protected forest and unclassified forest. Then classification according to ownership, management and administrations. So there are three forests: state forest, communal forest and private forest. So students, please go through the videos, see the videos once, twice. You will be getting the what we are trying to explain you. It is a simple language. Read the textbook. It will be easy for you to understand while looking at the videos. We will be sending you the PDF. Till then, stay home, stay safe and take care of yourself. Thank you.